Welcome, guys, to this 10th community call of the year. Today, me and Tyrone will have the pleasure to introduce you a few updates of our um, protocol that are going live in the next months or two, more or less. This call is recorded by Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. She lives on a very different time zone respect to us. Like for her, it's like very early morning, and she's here to record it. So thank you. And it will be shared on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord as well. You can find it also live on YouTube. Well, just to start with something that was like kind of interesting for us. Beginning of the month, we did this governance proposal on Kusama for the Kusama Treasury for a loan of 50,000 KSM to start launch actually one of our products. Do you want to just remember everyone what was it, how did it go, and actually what was the outcome of the proposal and what's the idea behind it?
Yes, thanks, Kristen. The treasury proposal that we actually started at 13th of June. So it takes approximately 1.5 months. So finally, we got those 50,000 KSM liquidity from the treasury, and that's definitely a big celebrating thing. That but that's also the step zero, and we have received it in uh, in the Bifrost treasury account, and now we have taken the step one to distribute the liquidity uh, to the Zenlink protocol VKSM KSM liquidity pool, and all the 50,000 KSM liquidity is right there. And the next step, we will take the advantage of Zenlink advanced stable AMM, which call uh, a hybrid AMM in Zenlink, and that's definitely using the stable curve. It's very similar to the curve finance curve, definitely. And it will maybe give some more space to users at with the preference to using the exchange rate of VKSM to KSM. So that's the big thing for the step two, and make it a stable curve in the liquidity pool. And the step three that we're pushing forward after August and 8th, that's the time about maybe Tiger stable asset we're launching. And the Tiger, I can give you a brief introduction about them. It's Tiger team is doing things with Akala and Bifrost right now. They are deploying the palette of the stable asset and the Thai KSM, which is the combination of different representation token like a VKSM, L dot, and they can just do a compound to Thai KSM, and Thai KSM include those different VKSM, LKSM, all of them, and this is a very interesting thing, and maybe the liquidity can be combined together. Someone from the Kusama Treasury, Kusama community, they talking about different pouches, competition between different liquid KSM, liquid doll. That's not great direction for the ecosystem. We shouldn't separate the liquidity between them, but Thai KSM is definitely a great direction to lead this way.
Mhm.
um and step four, that after the Thai KSM, that we are pushing this, to pushing VKSM or Thai KSM to be in the collateral asset for AUSD borrowing and lending. That's definitely a roadmap that we're pushing forward. And right now we are communicating with a cloud team. They have a risk evaluation, asset risk evaluation uh, uh, team or an organization that which name is Scotland. They will evaluate the risk of asset VKSM, Thai KSM, and then they can be collateral for USD borrowing. So I think several things pushing forward together right now, and I personally estimatedly I think the time will be squeezed into 2 months, so collateral things can be easily done, and then definitely we will make sure that maybe the IBC cross-chain bridges with Cosmos or the other bridges, Snowfork with Ethereum, as decentralized as itself, and we will make pushing forward for VKSM into the different ecosystem the further. And yeah, that's about the
Yeah,
treasury and the further roadmap of this.
yeah, sure. It's what we expect, like in the future, actually. You said first before a very important date. This is the August 8th. Actually, I can tell to our users this will be the official date of the launch of our third round of Rainbow Boost. For who is new here in this call, or for whoever is gonna like listen to it in the next days. What is a Rainbow Boost? Rainbow Boost is a system for tagging, crediting, incentivizing the behavior of our users on Bifrost chain. So basically, if you are a user and you meet certain behavior during this Rainbow Boost program, you will be rewarded. I mean, your address will be rewarded with a so-called raindrop. What is this raindrop? Because, for example, in Polkadot decoded Berlin, a lot of people ask me about this raindrop. They thought it was actually a kind of airdrop. It was like token that you can sell. It's nothing like that. It's more like a point-based system which allow us to estimate a rank of the most engaged users on the Bifrost chain. So if you do certain activities that maybe we can discuss briefly in a while, you are rewarded with various benefits like incentives, or in this case, like the case of this Bifrost Rainbow Boost 3.0, you will be awarded with an early access to the whitelist or of our NFT collection that is called Back to Asgard. I don't know if you guys had the chance to actually surf our Twitter. In that case, you certainly saw some teaser trailer of these kind of boxes that will be like the incubators of our brand new NFT collection launching this fall. For people actually that contributed through our SALP for other parachain like Calamari, Basilisk, Altair, Keiko, Kintsugi, and Kilt, this Rainbow Boost will allow also to have an airdrop, and this airdrop is token. It's not a point-based system. These are actual tokens to reward people that actually used our SALP program to contribute in the second batch of Parachain on Kusama. And yeah, basically this is it. Maybe you want to add something about like the dynamics. So how can people get this raindrop, with which let's say activities they could get this raindrop, and in general, which are like the kind of new features that will be introduced on our roadmap. So I know that some V token are on their way. Can you tell us about this, something else?
Yeah, for sure. Some more V tokens. The next one is V dot, definitely. We just bought it on the Polkadot parachain, and recently we launching all the basic function and palettes in the Polkadot parachain. So next one is SLP palette deploying on Polkadot parachain, and actually the V dot code is ready right now, but we just need to upgrade all the functionalities in the chain. So V dot will be launching, and the development part is almost done, and the launching date um will be at the actually I'm not getting I can't say the exact time that we can launch the V dot. Is we actually want to take it as a marketing strategy, make the marketing make it quite back better, and we want to launch the V dot. So maybe at the mid of August, and uh you know or during the boost during the Rainbow Boost period. So it's kind of a big thing for the next V dot, and we will definitely to send over the articles to introduce the V dot and the mechanism about it. And similarly, V mover and V glimmer will definitely launch at the same time. This also codes are ready right now, and V dot, V glimmer, V mover. We actually waiting for the marketing collaboration with Moonbeam and Moonbeam Foundation, and to see if we have chance to get some liquidity supporting from the foundation. Uh, but the situation now is not very it's not very good. Moonbeam Foundation is quite I think they they have struggling with the capitals institution. So I think maybe applying for the liquidity from them is not an easy thing. But whatever, V mover and V glimmer will launch by our roadmap. So it's also will be the mid of August. The code auditing will be ready at the 3rd of August. So I think everything will be ready before the mid of August. So yeah, that's 3 upcoming V tokens right there.
Yeah, actually, we can easily add like new token on our in our side, because we already have VKSM, VETH. Now we are adding V dot, V glimmer, V mover. For sure, like it's something that our users are gonna like appreciate for sure. Something that I'm sure our users are going to appreciate is certainly our NFT project. We are here to talk about it for the first time officially, actually. I had the chance to talk with Kusamarian on in Berlin during the Polkadot Decoded. I gave an interview to Pinin. He's one of the guy who managed the page. And yeah, basically, we want to create this kind of like NFT collection, which is not an NFT collection which stand like by itself, that people maybe buy because they like the beauty of the character. But it will be a whole new concept of NFT, let's say. You will have the chance to actually purchase one of the incubators. Once you get your incubator, you will have to wait a certain amount of time, which is not released yet. That won't be long, actually. And then you will have the chance to get one of the 3 gods. That could be Odin, Thor, or Loki. All of them will have a different tier of rarity. All of them are equipped with certain like traits. They will have like armor, weapons, and other cool stuff. And the nice thing is actually that you will be able, I don't know if anyone here had the chance to have a look at Singular, but thanks to the Remark 2.0, you basically have the chance to not only sell and exchange the character, but you will have the chance to sell and exchange the traits, so the equipable, the armor, uh, to gain, for example, rarity, or like to uh, simply change the look of your character. And the good thing is that owning an NFT of a Bifrost NFT, the collection is called Back to Asgard, you will have benefit on your, let's say, on-chain behavior using our app. So it needs to be announced, but there will be like some incentive, some benefit, which could be yeah, a lot of things. I don't know actually what can I say for the moment, but yeah. And on the other way around, as I said, like participating in the Rainbow Boost 3.0, you can also have a discount to get those NFT. I had the chance to see a preview. They are actually super cool. So yeah, starting from the 8th of August, and in 10 days, with participating to the Rainbow Boost with your own chain behavior, users can basically get a spot to the whitelist to get this NFT. And it's kind of cool because we are just launching in this universe that is Singular. Thanks to Remark, we are using the SFY design team. I can see amongst the attendees of the call there is Paul, which actually has a Donkey Gang character as a profile pic. So he certainly knows what we are talking about. Yeah, so I can really wait to see how it goes. Actually, one of the attendants of this call today will be kind of withdrawn to get a whitelist spot early access for the minting that will be, I would say, this fall. I don't want to give you any certain date. Of course, follow the Twitter page because we will use that one to basically promote the collection and its launch. But yeah, I think it's something new, something different, something that we actually wanted to bring in the space. So I think it will worth the wait. Tyrone, if you have anything else to add on your like to-do list for today, you want to let them know something else, or we can actually ask our attendees if anyone has a question. You can actually raise your hand using this tool underneath the attendees in the call, or you can also use the Ask Us Anything channel on the sidebar on your left on Discord to write down any kind of question for me or Tyrone. We will be more than happy to listen to that and actually to answer you.
Maybe I just want to emphasize one point that Christian
Absolutely.
about. That was at August 8th, the batch 2 Kusama Parchim auction will be list retired, so the underlying Kusama will be redeemable, and for Bifrost, those VS Kusama and VS Bound for batch 2 will definitely releasing. So that's also the reason why they stopped for the Rainbow Boost 3.0. And this is a great timing that maybe you can just redeem back you VSKSM and staking into VKSM. We have a one-click function that you can do it by yourself in just only one click. So it's quite easy to use, and uh, for the Rainbow Boost 3.0 is definitely the big event that we incentive much of a BNC and definitely the NFT for the community that for the all those underlying Kusama that releasing the period. Uh, for the batch to Kusama, I think that's the biggest amount of releasing in the whole batches. Even bigger than the first one. I'd say it's approximately about 1 million KSM locking in the underlying. So it will be releasing for the batch two. Yeah. So batch two is a great one. It's a great timing for the 8th of August. So yeah, stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. If I can add something, today I was checking exactly like this thing, and I can say that like 1.2 million KSM locked will be unlocked. So there will be this like expiration of this second Kusama crowd loan, and of course, like amongst the opportunity that this user will have, one is certainly like to invest in DeFi or stake it with Bifrost, since like right now the KSM, which are like currently staked on Bifrost, they have like an APY of 28%, even 30 sometime. It depends like on the amount of liquidity, so it's certainly something to consider. On this note, I can see that we have a question, because Pixie write us on the Ask Us Anything. When is planned Ledger? When we'll need to migrate our wallet to a new wallet supported by Ledger? I can briefly answer to that, and you can like add something because I'm sure you know more than that. For what we know right now, like KSM, it's obviously supported by Ledger, and we are in progress. Like the app actually is in progress. We are in touch with the Ledger team, so basically I cannot actually give you an exact time, but I can assure you that the team is moving on that direction, and it will be available anytime kind of soon. I don't know if you have like more information about it, Tyrone. It's actually something that developers are taking care. We are aware of this fact, and yeah, we are working on it. I don't know, Tyrone, if you want to add something.
Yeah. The Ledger is I think that's the top priority for us to push in the dev team, and they are actually testing it in this week and submit the merge for the testing of Bifrost testnet version into the Zodex, and I think that, I think this is it's the last version for testing, and uh, this week they're doing the work right now, and but I'm not quite sure the testing will take how long it will take. So maybe just need 2 or 3 more weeks for the official launching. I think so.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, from my past experience, it's always better to test as much as we can before launching actually a product that could have any kind of problem. We're always talking about the phones of our users, so we want to be very sure that nothing can go wrong actually. Yeah, hope like Pixie is our like answer kind of uh, give you an idea. We have another question from Subdub44 about any update about the VS Dot, because we spoke about VS KSM and VS Bond. What about the VS Dot? Yeah, maybe you Tyrone speak like told before about the V Dot launch coming soon. What about the VS Dot, which for who doesn't know it, is the token people get when they participate through our SALP to a slot auction crowd loan on Polkadot.
The VS Dot belongs to SLP protocol, a palette. So the Polkadot parachain launching will definitely launch SLP, which is VKSM and V dot, and SLP palettes, which is the VS dot. So before, we didn't push that VS dot very, hurry or in a high priority because that VS dot is not fully running by the runtime logic, so it's not fully decentralization derived right now. And but the thing after we deploy the SLP palette into Polkadot parachain, so the thing will be definitely same as VS KSM, and I think that's the time that we can launch VS dot, utilities in the Polkadot ecosystem, because we have to prepare HMP channels with different parachains like we did in the Kusama ecosystem, and we need utilities that which can support the derivative trading, swap and collateral for the scenarios. So these things need to be ready before the VS dot launching, and it's basically some collaboration and the basic function that we need to do with different parachains, as same as we did in the Kusama.
Yeah, it's actually this kind of VS dot, VS KSM is not just up to us. There is always a collaboration going on between us and the others. For example, in the last month, we supported on Kusama both Tinkernet, which is the parachain on Kusama of Invark, and Amplitude, which also is the parachain on Kusama of Pendulum, our partners. We had the chance to get in touch with them in Berlin. And yeah, actually for the VS dot, maybe the process is even more complex, but actually it worth the effort for sure. Yeah. A hint for the release of BNC rewards from the Polkadot crowd loan, Q3 or Q4? Anything like on this note? Because yeah, I remember that we to everyone is listening, we won on the 31st of May the 18 actually slot auction on Polkadot, and soon the BNC will be released to whoever contributed. We got like more than 400,000 dot contributed to Bifrost. So the BNC associated with it will be released kind of soon. Do you know any kind of date period? Something we can give to people who are listening, Tyrone?
You mean for the prolonged reward distribution?
Yeah, the BNC rewards for the crowd loan on Polkadot.
Yeah, as soon as we launch all the basic function in Polkadot parachain, so the timeline will be, let me check it, around the 3rd of August, and as we launch it, we will definitely propose for pseudo removal and the BNC issuance on Polkadot said. And then the third step is definitely the reward distributing. So I think the date around, uh, August 3rd to maybe uh 3rd to I think 7th maybe. We need at least 2 days to execute pseudo removal and the BNC issuance.
Yeah, sure. So basically, we can confirm the Q3, mainly the month of August, will be kind of like our good to go date. We have also a message from Ma. Hello, Ma. When we could use VKSM like a collateral.
VKSM or VSKSM.
It's written VKSM.
VKSM being collateral, as said at the beginning of this call, it's we pushing the Gotland, which is asset risk evaluation for collateral asset, uh, and we are pushing them with a color team that we have to build a VKSM and a USD pool in Caradex, and it should accumulate about at least $200,000 liquidity TVL in the pool, and they can start evaluating. And VKSM will be kind of same as the L dot in Nakala to being a collateral asset for USD borrowing. So definitely VKSM will be the collateral in a month, I think.
Okay, so let's say end of next month we could have like this kind of feature on starting on Akala, and of course thanks to the ecosystem and like our partnership, that will be the first step of other like collaboration which will bring VKSM usable like on every other kind of like parachain which allow this kind of dynamic. So yeah, and actually Akala, I mean, we are talking about one of the biggest parachain for TVL and market cap for sure. So yeah, can't wait for that. Actually, I don't know if anyone has any other question. Yeah, it's 40 minutes that we are in this call. I think we covered almost everything we needed to update our user on. Of course, if you have any further question, any kind of doubt, you can always reach us on Telegram, the official Bifrost page. On Discord, I want to say something that is kind of annoying, but is always useful to repeat. Apparently, me and the other admins are becoming famous. There are like scammers that contact you privately to, I don't know, ask you for like clicking on this link or send me those tokens. We, like me, Thomas, Gilang, and the other admins of Bifrost, we will never DM you first. So just be aware of that. If you have any kind of doubt, if you want to know when these things are gonna happen, or like if you are experience any issue using the Bifrost app, just write down a message and we will be back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, as Thomas also saying, it's kind of cool being famous because there are these impersonators that try to steal our identities. I don't know. It's the this like crypto world is also like this kind of weird. So thanks everyone to be like in the call with us today. Thank you to Tyrone to actually be my companion for this call. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the next call will be like end of August. We will give you like updates not only on the NFT that are like will be about to launch, but also like to give you a recap of the Rainbow Boost 3.0 program. And yeah, thank you, Tyrone. Thank you everyone just like who spent that time and on like a summer afternoon or evening or morning to listen to us.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Kristen, for hosting.
One last question. The NFT draw, of course, like we will run a draw among the people who actually participated in this call, and they will be contacted like personally, not through a DM, of course. Otherwise, what I just said is just mean nothing. You will be actually. Yeah, I think we need to think about it. I think you can be tagged on Twitter or like even here on Discord through your name, your actually username here on Discord to get this whitelist spot for the NFT whitelist. Okay, thank you everyone, and yeah, see you very, very, very soon. Ciao.